Well, hello, fellers and fellers. Yep, this is what I'm working on again. I got to make a little trip. Got to get me some Sparkus plug and some lightning juice hose and a couple of other things. Oh, I got to get me something that will make me a one of them things. A seal. Gonna do that, and then we're gonna get back together. We're gonna work on this thing, all right, so y'all come on back. I'm getting tired of it too. Don't you give me that. I'm getting tired of it too.
Hey, look in, y'all.
Hey! Well, fellers and fellettes, I don't know if you're going to be able to see all this or not, but we're going to give it a shot. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this right here off. Oh, by the way, this is my Sportsman Gen 2000 and so on. Anyway, as you know, in that last fun video, I did not get it running. P-Roy really got it running. Well, he didn't either. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to do this. And let's see what we get. I'm going to take these screws out first. And let's see what we get. Let's get the right screwdriver. And, of course, I don't have it. Yeah, here we go. Alright. So let's see what we got here. Okay. I hope I don't regret this, but hopefully those don't have nuts behind them. Oh, they sure do feel like it though. Oh wait, I know. That's because that goes to that. Okay, so no, I was doing the wrong one. That's holding this in. I gotta be careful of that kind of stuff. Okay. Hopefully we can get to it. Alright, here's another one. Alright. These one. I know I'm working from no schematic, but I am an electrician, so we'll see where this goes, right? Alright, so I should be able to pull this. I should be able to pull this right off. Shouldn't I? No, that just, of course not. All that does was take the cover off the back. So, we get to take these four off, which I did not want to do. I was just hoping that was going to flop forward. But, of course, with the Wilsonism, Rick Wilsonism, that will never happen. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and reach over in my famous drawer and pick out a tool. If we can pick out one of these tools. Of course, they won't be SEA, so these are okay. These are not SEA. These are metallic. Looks like pretty small, and if these metallic ones work, ooh, it does work. Okay. All right. So we did good. By the way, the young lady that I was getting this all ready for because of the big snow that was coming, that did not come, thank goodness. She has two invalid parents that she stays with, and we were supposed to lose power, and so I was going to let her use this one to keep her refrigerator and freezers going, and I never was able to make that happen. But thank goodness, yes, it did get cold, but they never lost power that I know of. And but since then, her dad has fallen and broken a bone in his leg, and now he is in fact today he is going to rehab. Now, some of you guys probably know who this is. Everyone loves Jesse Sanchez, and Jesse Sanchez is who I'm talking about. Good man. Played taps at my dad's funeral. Just a very outstanding man. Okay, so let's see if we can, of course not. Well, what made you think you could get that out without taking this? Wrong side. One's out. Okay. Maybe I can just lift these up. Oops. Where'd that go? I wasn't watching. I was watching y'all. I didn't hear it hit the ground, so it must be somewhere in here. Okay, well, I'll have to look at the video and see where it went. Okay. Y'all liking my music? Hope so. That's how this channel got started. I like sharing the music. Okay, so let's see. Does that pop out some? Yes, it does. Alright, so this should pop out. There we go. There we go. That's just not going to be able to come out except by unplugging. Any big problems around there. Well, alright, there is the breaker. Oh, that looks good. These look good. That goes there and that goes there. Okay, this one went to the on and off switch. Okay. I was wondering where that one went. That was one of them that had to be replaced. Okay, so well, I don't see where there's anything in here that's too bad. I really don't. Okay, so let's make the corporate decision to button her back up. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's get this back up here. Okay. This out of the way so that it's still buttoned up properly. Legs on. Okay. Of course, I'm missing a bolt that was up there, but it's okay. I'll find it. Anything else that I've knocked off? Over here, put this one on next. Okay. So you guys enjoying P-Roy at the end? You know, P-Roy's got his own channel. It's called P-Roy Adventures, and I decided to let P-Roy have his own channel. And so if you go look that up, mainly what you're going to see is just just P-Roy and I telling dad jokes. And I know people enjoy those dad jokes, so I decided to just take the dad jokes and put them in on his channel. So if you get a chance and you don't want to watch all of my video to the end, then you can just go there to his channel. And now I have to find the other silly thing, and you can watch him. Who? Oh. Okay, alright, here it is. It fell on the floor, fellas. No one told me. It's getting where I can't count on you guys anymore. It's almost like you can't talk to me. Well, there's a little thing down there that is called comments. And you can go to comments and talk to me. Of course, it won't be live. So that's apparently the wrong way. No, that is the right way. It's just being easy. Yep. So. Ouch. That didn't hurt. That did not hurt. I'm a big boy. Things don't hurt me. And you know as well as I do that's a lie. Because the other day when I hurt my finger, and look at it, it's starting to heal. Can y'all see that? Yeah, it's healing. It healed. Still quite sensitive, but all the blood and all that stuff's gone now. Okay. We're supposed to have bad weather this week as well. The end of this week. Now, before I put this back panel on, I'm going to hold my finger right here, and we're going to retighten up this one because there's a nut behind it. Of all things. There we go. Okay. Alright, now we get to put that back on. And I know I'm still missing this one. I'll have to find it later. Like in a few minutes. This is going to be fun right here. I cannot see the hole. Come here, Mr. Light. Okay, come here, Mr. Light. Alright, I should be able to see. There'll be a hole come up. There it is. There it is. Oh, there it is. There we are. Okay. Let's get that one in loosely. Okay. Just loose. Okay. Alright, let's go over here. Push this one. If I get this one in, that means... Come here, Mr. Light. Oh, I see it. Let's get this one here. Hold your mouth. Alright. Okay, there it is. That means that all the rest of them will line up in a real world. And that one is, I see it, in a fantasy world, because not in my world. But so far, it has done it. And now we're going to get to look up and find my other bolt. I had a instructor in school named, his name's Mr. Johnson, one of my favorites. And he said, you never put something back together missing any parts. And so I had to, yep, there it is. Okay. So, I knew it didn't fall on the floor. Alright, so we're going to, this will be 100% put back together when I get this in. I did it again. I dropped it. That thing must have grease on it or something. Alright, here we go. Alright. So now we're going to put it on there the correct way. Okay. She is put back together 100%. Okay. And I did tighten this one right because that's the one I was going to leave loose. Of course I didn't. I know I got these tight. Alright. Okay, so the only thing that I could have done by doing this is maybe I had a loose connection. You know, sometimes when you have connectors and then they get a little causticized or a little corrosion, then they quit making contact. So if I moved them around, which I did move all of them around, you know, maybe it will make contact and start. But the only one that would have anything to do with that would be this on and off button. And I feel sure that that's not going to be it. So, the problem being is that it was backfiring. It is backfiring. It is trying to start. I do know that I need to make another gasket. Not so sure that there's enough vacuum being lost that it would cause it not to start. Could be, I doubt it. Which is here. Okay. Where I'm talking about is back here, not here. This was the air filter that broke off. So that is no longer. I've been running it without the air filter, but what do you do? But there is a little gasket in between here that's not good. So I guess the next thing I need to do is make a gasket. So we'll see if that may have anything to do with it. I guess I could get another spark plug. Yeah, I probably need to do that too. Alright, well I'll be back with you in a minute. I'll make the decision of taking this off and getting a new spark plug. Wow, how hard can that be? I don't know. I may just give this whole thing over to P. Roy and let him work on it, because he seems to be much better at this than me. Not! Alright, we're going into Tractor Supply to see if I can get me a seal and get me maybe even a filter and a spark plug. Let's do it. Here we go. Well, I am not seeing what I need. Let's see if there's anything of interest. Well, I was kind of hoping that they would have that gasket, but I do not see that gasket. Well, let's put our glasses on, see if I can find a Sparkus Plugus. So, I reckon I'm going to get this one because it looks just like it. I remember when Liberty overalls were $8 a pair. Now they're $47 a pair. That's what it is right there, but my wife would kill me if I brought some home. But they weren't completely different. What about these? 46. Nope. And we'll check back later. Alright, well, I'm at Advanced Auto. This is where my buddy's at. I hope he's here. And let's go see. Let's do a quick Slurpee. let's go see if I can get that gasket. One gas one, there's chrome. What do I want chrome with? Well, who's looking at gas filters thinking that needs to be chrome? That'll be pretty. Not I, said the dog. What's up, my man? I don't know. Where's your gasket material? Okay. All right. And also, I need a clear gas filter, inline gas filter. What size? Well, that's a good question because I also need some fuel line too. The fuel line is for like a little Briggs and Stratton. The gas line is for a 52 pickup truck. Yeah. Probably. Okay, right there where all the. Okay, I got you. Okay. He's gonna walk right to it, I know. I don't want to see it. I know you gonna walk right to it.
You ain't blind. You're not moving. Yeah, that's what he did.
You reckon you sold out?
Okay, on that fuel line. Is the big line or?
The fuel line is kind of a smaller line. It goes like to a Briggs and Stratton.
Let me show you what I got.
Okay.
If I got some of that. Not too big.
No, I believe that'll work. I think, is this gas? That's air. Okay, well then if that's the smallest you got, just go ahead and give me about a foot of it then. I can always use, every man carries a knife.
I was trying to get mine out.
I didn't say it was sharp, man.
Mine ain't easy. Hey, look, mine ain't easy. No, we got a thing back here.
Yeah, you probably got a pair of pliers to cut it.
I think you need to go see the files just like I do.
You're right. You're right.
I don't mind feel like that.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you have a good one.
I'm going to try my best to make it good.
You know.
Not bad.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll stick that in the bag. There we go. Have a great day. All right, you too. Water off from the chicken. Well, all right, fellas and fellas. As you know, I always do something before I do something stupendous, and that is to do a Slurpee. Cue the music. Okay, that's enough of that. Slurpee number one. Slurpee number two. Slurpee number three. And an extra one. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to go inside and we're going to make us senior moment. We're going to make us a gasket. Alright, for this right here. Alright, let's go. Alright, so here's what we got. Alright, I went and got, this is a little different from what I already had. This is for making gaskets, of course. And boy, does it stink. I do not know why, but it do stink. And where did it go? There it is right there. I can't see it. You can't. Can you see it? I couldn't, because it's the same color as my desk. So we're going to set it right there for now. We're going to cut us out. There, now you can see it. See it? There you go. Alright. Now you can see it. Alright, so I'm going to take my pencil. I'm we're just going to roughly go around it like this so I'll know that that's big enough. Alright, so let's do that first. Now, there we go. And now we can put this back in the sleeve that it came in. You know, of course, if I hadn't torn it up, I could. So let's put a little piece of tape. What? Right there. So now, there we go. How about that? Good as new. Alright, so now what we're going to do here is we're going to take, where did it go? Here it is. We're going to take it, just set it right there, just like that. Alright? And what we're going to do first is we're going to make us some cycles. What am I shaking? I'm not scared of this. Let's do it this way. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to put a circle, dot, dot, dot. Okay, so that means that's the sun. I'm going to go around here like this. Twice. Alright, so I went around it, and now I'm going to go around this one. Good. And I'm going to go around this one. Okay, that's going to be my circles. Now, I noticed that this one's got a little area right here. And I noticed when I took this off, I had this on upside down. However, even if this was way back up in the motor, so this would not have mattered. But I did notice that. I screwed up. So I wonder if this pen will write. But I can't see that pencil very well. Yes, it does. All right, so we're going to go. We're going to make us. Get us very close. See all this area right here missing? That's what I was talking about. Alright, there it is. There's my new one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut to the outside of it because that's okay. Because I would like a little bit outside of that. See there? See what I'm talking about? A little bit outside of it. A little bit outside of it there. Alright, let's do this too. Just a little. Not a lot. Okay. Alright, now we're going to go here. And we're going to do it again. Man, I am shaking something fierce. I do not know why. I guess it's my age. Yeah, probably old as dirt. There it goes. I'm through. It's ready. Not really. Okay, so that's not the truth. So, I do not want. Okay, put you over there. I have got a pair of hole makers somewhere, and I do not know where it is. However, I do know where this one is. And I bet you I could line that sucker up. Remember, use your old gray matter there, buddy. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, I don't have to use that one. I can use this one. There it is, right there. Okay. What about that hole? Huh? What about that hole? Alright, now let's do it this way. Let's stick it in there so I can see the hole. There it is. All right, turn it over. Oop, let's not do that. A little pressure on it so it'll hold it there. Yep. Okay, and boom, there's that hole. Okay, now we got 2 holes. You see that? Look at me shaking. My goodness. Now we got to make the big hole. Alright? So we're going to make the big hole by using some other 2Ls. Okay, if I can't shake, if I'm not shaking enough to screw it up. Alright, so here we go. Get all this out the way. Now, we're going to start right here. Look at this. Yeah. We're going to just come on around here, like so. Okay, and right here is where I have to make that little round area, like so. Yep. All right. Did that go all the way through? Yep. There we go. All right. What do you think, guys? That's it. That is my new one. So now all we got to do is go put it on there. I bought some new line. Some gas line because my gas line was too short, and of course the one that I bought was too big, so I'll never get it on there. But hey, you know, worst things have happened. Let's give her a shot, shall we? Alright, let's go. Alright, well, we're going to do this with only one camera, and this is let's see here, let me show you something. See that little hole right there? That's what I was talking about, right there. Okay, if you put this up there backwards, it's still going to be behind it, but it's not going to hurt it much. But they went ahead and made provisions for it, so that's what I'm going to do. We'll just stick it on, and guess what? It's on the other side anyway. That's the side that doesn't even take a filter. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, I don't see any holes on this side for that to do anything, so you know what? There's nothing wrong with it. There it is. Look at that. I'm an idiot. It was on there. I couldn't even see it because of the color. But the one on the outside was tore up, so that's okay. No, it's not, because let me see here. This is supposed to be here. And this one is supposed to, then this goes on. Correct? Yes. So there was a seal on both sides of this thing. Alright, so I'm going to put that there. That's fine. Now we got it. Alright, so this goes this way, I know. So those didn't do anything. Alright, so it doesn't matter. I didn't have to cut that little thing, but I did. Okay, there's the one to see. There doesn't need to be a seal out here. I don't know what I was thinking. Because all that is this broken air filter. Yeah, so it doesn't matter about that. Okay, so let's put this back on. Like so. Yeah, I'm going to get on the internet. I'm going to see if I can't buy me another filter for this. That would be cool. Alright, and then let's put this here. Tighten this down a little bit. Let's replace this. Let's replace this hose. I got a bigger hose, but I think I got some bigger clamps that are going to fit it too. But this one here, if I break it and the other doesn't work, that's going to be the end of this, because I won't have anything to fit it. But I do believe the other one will fit it, so let me go get it. Alright, this is what I bought, and yes, it is going to fit. Okay, so we want to go to about right there. I recommend getting cable cutters to cut this, because look at that. These are cable cutters. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, so now all I got to do is put these on there on both sides. Okay, like so. And I think I'll put this one on first, and then put this one next to this. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. When are things perfect? Uh-oh, that's not tight. And that's not tight. So I wonder if these would fit. Probably not. I don't think I have any more. Alright, I may have to get one of my worm gears or something. If I have any, I don't know. But let's see if this, there's no way that will work. And there's no way that I'll be able to use these, right? What if I made them smaller? Alright, so I went and got these as I trip over my seat again. And push this forward so I can actually work some. Okay. I have not opened those, but I squashed this smaller, so I'm going to see if these will work first. I would rather use these. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just squash them more than what they are. Yeah, that's working. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot smaller. Okay. I think that this will work. Let us see. Wow, that's a lot smaller. Okay, this is going to do it. I believe it. Okay. Using the old gray matter again. Yeah, okay. Over the knot. That's on there tight. Okay. Let's turn the gas on. And of course it's leaking. Of course it is. Why would it not? Where is it leaking? From top or bottom? The bottom. Okay, well, that's okay. I've got something for that. I have got something for that, I think. Let's take this one off. Yeah, they're not even. Alright, where's my knife? It's not in my pocket. Of course it's not, because that's where I need it to be. So it's not there, so what we'll do is we'll use something else to open this up with, you know, like this. Okay. You know, you can always use these clips as knives, but they don't work good at anything else. Okay, so here we go. Let's try to put one of these little doodads on there. Okay, I don't know if they're small enough or not. I don't know. But we shall find out, shan't we? Shan't we? Okay. That is, if I could find the right things to work with, we'll find that out. Shan't we? Alright, there we go. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. You're still shaking, but that's okay. That's alright. Alright, so let's put this one here. And give it a twist or two. Okay. Put her on. Her on. Yeah, well, what? Him on. It on. You never know. May have had surgery. Alright, let's tighten it up. feels tight. Let's see if it's. Yep. Feels good. What about the top of it? Top looks tight. Alright. Okay. Alright. There we go. So let's clear the table. And now we got to change out the Sparkus plugus. And then we'll be ready to pull it. But right now I'm going to clean up all this mess and then I'll get back with you. Okay, so stems. Okay, this came from the tractor store. Okay, and what we're going to do here is we're going to put it in there and place it. And I'm not really going to worry about setting the space because it looks like I got no specs on this thing, and so that's okay. So we're just gonna set this up in there. And give it a turn or so. Okay, so that's. I do not want to cross thread this. There. Went through that a little bit before. Not going to do that again. And I got to put my little springs back on as well. So we'll do that in all in good time. Okay. Now, it's loud, ain't it? All right, now we're going to put this on there. Get you a little bit this way. And now we're going to take a look at what you're looking at. And looks like that works. Alright, so now we're gonna put the springs back on. Which this one. That's wrong. Done it too many times to know that's wrong. Okay, that one goes in that way. And this one is gonna go in. Get it there. It will go there. There we go. See? There we go. Good stuff. Okay, now this one on the other hand is going to be fine. Alright. Just drop that one in there. And then drop this one in there. And brothers and sisters, we are ready to pull the handle. Yep, pull the handle. You can see I'm all excited about this because I don't know if what I did was worth a flip or not, but we're going to give it a shot. Okay, it's on, the gas is on, everything is there. I'm going to back you up because I got to really pull on this thing. And let's see. Pop off there a little bit. But doing that already. Let's give it a little shot here. So good. Alright, I'll be back with you in a minute. As you can see, I'm getting very frustrated over this. So what I did is I took this thing apart again and I stuck it down in the carburetor cleaner. and left it there all night long. So that's where we are, and I'm going to put this back on there, and if it does not crank off, well, I don't know what else I can do. Honestly, I really don't. I am at a stumping point. And I know that there's no one out there that's ever been there. So it's just me and all my Wilsonisms. Oh, by the way, this is the next day. Me and Philip Morgan had to get away. We got in my Jeep and we drove the Panhandle. Did not take you guys along. Could have, but it's just a matter of driving out in the country. Sometimes old country boys just have to do that. You know what I mean? And I'm an old country boy. Alright, so let's tighten this thing up. Let's turn the gas up. Oh, no, let's not. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put the springs on. Okay. Put the springs on first. This goes this way. And we're going to go here. And here. Get in that hole. Get in the hole. Come on. You've done it so many times before. There you go. Thank you. Alright, now you get in that hole too, huh? Yes. You know, if you start sounding, French is sexy, I think, so you talk sexy to this stuff. Why don't you get into the hole? Yeah, maybe it'll. But who's to say that it's a girl generator? I don't know. But you get into the hole, we will talk. Alright, here we go. We're in. I don't know what else to do, guys. So, you're here. And, let's see if it starts. Let's turn on the gas. See that. Make sure it gives it a minute or two. This is the first time that I haven't turned the gas on. It didn't start flowing down here. So, let's get it flowing a little bit. Okay. Now let's get this off. Make sure all of the checks have been done. Yep. Okay. That's in. That's there. Alright, let's give her a shot, shall we? Make sure it's on. It is. And here we go. Are you kidding me? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Let's run it out of fuel. By the way, these don't have the old carbon monoxide cutoff. So you're not supposed to run them inside. Don't do what I don't do, do what I do. How about that? I'm going to call Philip right now. I'm going to call Philip right now. Woohoo! Well, fellers and fellettes, that wasn't sound effects. Yeah, it is. That was the Lord sounding off that we can do anything together. I'm going to tell you what. Like I said in my last video, I was pretty frustrated. In fact, I had taken everything apart on this deal. You guys didn't see a whole lot of it. But everything came back to being the carburetor. I kept thinking it's the carburetor. But so, like I said, I replaced the starting coil. I replaced or magneto, whatever it is, and checked all the wiring. Everything was good. You guys saw me do that. And so for the last, if this doesn't work, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what I'd have done. I was there. You ever been there? Well, I was there. And I had a doctor's appointment this morning, and I decided, well, you know what? Get my mind off this thing. I'm going to go pick up my buddy, and let's just take a ride in my Jeep. Let's just go out in the country, get on an old dirt road, and sometimes you just got to do that. So we did it. We talked about the generator. We talked about the truck, transmission. We talked about all this stuff. So I was pretty much at my wit's end. And so what I did last night, as a last resort, I just took the carburetor all apart again. I had not blown it out, but I had taken the instruments and cleaned out all the holes, and used a brake cleaner and all this stuff on there. The only thing I had not done, and I have it, and it says it right here, cam dip carburetor parts cleaner. You know what, I don't know why that was the last results, but I took the carburetor part, put it in the tray, stuck it in there, and it was under that fluid all night long. This is obviously the next day. Now, I honestly didn't think that was going to do it. If you'll notice my very last scene there of me working on it and putting it back together and cranking it, I really didn't care about hooking up two. I just thought I was just going to have to give up. I didn't worry about hooking up two cameras so you get all this great scenery and everything. I just put it right there on the carburetor and said, you know what? I really don't believe it's going to fix it anyway, and I didn't, because I figured I had done all I could do to that carburetor. The Lord showed me. I took it out of the tray. I took a rag and cleaned it all up. I got my high pressure air pressure, blew it all out as well as I could all over, cleaned it up, looks like a new one. I said, well, you know what, if this doesn't do it, I don't know what I'm going to do. I put it on there and y'all saw it. Boom! Yes! It fired off. Saved it from the garbage can, or trading it for junk money or something, I don't know. But you know what? Sometimes the Lord puts us there. He puts us at our last resorts to know that anything that else is going to happen is Him. Here's what I got to read. 1 Peter 5:7. Casting all your care upon Him, for He careth for you. You know, there's another translation that says, cast all your burdens upon Him, He cares for you. But I just want y'all to remember, like in my short-term memory, that God does love us. I'm hard-headed, and I have a strong will, and I wasn't going to let that thing beat me. But I got to the point where I didn't know what else to do. So I thought about this, did that, God said, told you. But anyway, hey, look. I want y'all to do something good for God, to let him know that you love him back. Okay, I don't care what it is. Just do something loving for God to let him know that you love him back. I assure you, he'll pay you back.
Hey, Mr. Red,
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
forget to tell them not to litter. It
All
ain't
right.
pretty.
Okay.
Tell them to be sweet.
I always do, don't I? Well, P. Roy wants me to tell you guys to please don't, or ask you to please don't litter. It just ain't pretty. And his other one was what? Please be sweet. That's right. Please be sweet. And by the way, like I said, I went to the doctor this morning, got a clean bill of health. Everything was good. The other day I went to the vascular doctor and he did a whatever to your neck there. What do you call that? I forgot. Anyway, both sides of my neck one side of my neck is clear. It had a blood clot in it one time, and he gave me medicine for it, hoping it would, and it did. Got rid of that. And in a year, he's gonna check both sides, and whatever happens, you know what? God's got me. I put my full trust in him, and if he takes me home, it's gotta be better. Know what I mean? Hey, you pray for me, I'm gonna pray for you, and I'll see you guys next week, all right? Love you. Mean it. Oh, hey, P. Roy, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, Mr. Rick. How you doing? I heard that generator's been dealing with
Yeah,
it.
I've been frustrated with this Sportsman generator. It's like it got my goat, but I got it
Yeah.
today, buddy. I got it
Well,
today.
that's good, but you should have asked me to help
Well,
you.
I know you could have helped me, but
I know I could have.
you know me, I'm hard-headed.
Yeah.
I won't try to do it
All
myself.
right.
But look here.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard any good dad jokes lately?
Why, yeah, I've heard some. You want me to
All
tell
right,
mine
well,
first?
why don't you go ahead. No, I'll tell you what. Let me tell mine first, and you tell yours.
Okay. All right. We'll do it that way.
All right. Mine's going to be, I've heard some that were biblical, so I want to, but these are dad jokes
Okay.
now. You got to understand that.
These come out the Bible. All right.
All right.
Okay.
When was medicine first mentioned in the Bible?
When was medicine first mentioned in the Bible?
Right.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Well, that was when God gave Moses 2 tablets.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
I get it. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Give me that.
Yep, they're dad jokes. So,
That's good. That's good. Give me that.
What time of day did God create Adam?
I don't know. I don't know.
Right before Eve.
Oh,
Time of day, evening. Okay.
Evening. I get it. Yeah, that's not bad. But I bet you
No,
can
they
give
don't.
me a better one. Let's hear it.
Okay. P. Roy, how do you make holy water?
How do I make holy water? I haven't got a clue.
Well, you just take regular old tap water and you just boil the devil out of
Boil the devil out of it. I get.
it. Yeah.
That's a good one right there. I like it. All right, give me that.
Who was the smartest man in the Bible?
I don't remember it ever saying who the smartest man was. Who was it?
It was Abraham.
Abraham.
He knew a lot
He knew a lot. I get it. He knew a lot. All right.
in the Bible.
I know, man. That's,
I know you got to think about
yeah,
some of them.
yeah, you do. You got to think about it.
Who was known to be the greatest comedian in the Bible?
Greatest comedian in the Bible. I don't know.
Well, it was Samson.
Samson.
They said he could bring the house down.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I know. You get it? All right, you know, Samson.
Yeah, I do. That's good. Tell me.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and tell my long.
Oh, okay. You already done told me.
All right, well, there was this man and this woman,
Uh-huh.
and she fussed and fought all the time, but it was their 50th wedding anniversary, and he suggested, well, why don't we go see the old country? We'll go to Jerusalem.
Well,
And she said, all right, that sounds good to me. So they took a cruise
Okay.
over to Jerusalem.
uh-huh. Okay.
And they saw Jerusalem and all this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
you know, and she was just was being herself.
Oh.
She just hollered and fussed and fought about everything. She was just always in a bad mood.
Yeah.
50 years.
Man, 50 years. He put up with
Well,
that, didn't he?
It caught up with her because she had a heart attack and died.
Oh my goodness, on the trip.
Yeah.
Oh,
over
man.
the road. So the man gets on the phone. He calls the funeral home back in the United States.
Uh-huh.
Said, look here, my wife has died over here, and I need to know how much it's going to cost to have her sent to the United States.
You don't think.
Funeral director says, well, I'm going to tell you what. You ought to just go ahead and bury her there. It won't cost you but about $500.
$500, that's not bad.
And the guy said, no, I can't do that. How much is it? He said, well, it's going to cost you about $45,000 to have all that done.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm telling you, you ought to bury her over there. He said, nope, can't do that. Said, I just learned about a man that died over here, and he rose up in 3 days. I just can't take that chance.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
I know that's bad.
Oh, that's worse than bad. Oh my
Yeah, that's
goodness.
not good. That's not good. Okay, I'll tell you what, you tell me your jokes.
Okay.
All right? Your dad jokes.
All right. Well, why shouldn't you press a 4-leaf clover?
I don't know. Why shouldn't you iron a 4-leaf
You're
clover?
pressing your luck.
Pressing your luck. Okay, that's a good one. Give me another.
What kind of key does it take to unlock a banana?
What kind of key unlocks a banana? I don't know.
A monkey.
A monkey.
Yeah, you should have got that.
I should have got that. All right, tell me there.
What is a fancy fish called?
What is a fancy fish called? I don't know.
Sophisticated. Sophisticated.
That's hard enough for you to
It
say.
is.
I
That's
don't
real
even
hard.
want to come close to saying that, but I think I understand what
Yeah.
a fancy fish.
Sophisticated.
All right, go to another.
Okay. All right. What do eggs drive?
What does an egg drive?
Yeah. A yolk.
A yolk.
Yeah, a yolk wagon.
Yolk wagon.
wagon.
Okay, that's good.
All right, I got one more. How does the moon take care of its hair?
How does the moon take care of its hair? I don't know. How?
And he clips. Clips.
Eclipse. Okay, eclipse. All right, I get that. All right, well, I'm hoping that your long joke is going to be funnier.
It might be. I
Who
don't know.
knows?
It's
I
as
know,
bad
I
as
can't
yours.
know.
That's right.
Go ahead. Tell your long
Bad
joke.
as yours. All right, one time this lady, she had to work late, and she come in late, and she went straight to the bedroom.
Okay.
And when she got in there was 4 legs hanging out from under the sheet. Oh man, she got so mad. She picked up a bat and she just beat the devil out of all of them. Just beat. Throw that old bat down and walked in there into the kitchen, and there sat her husband reading the newspaper. She goes, "What are you doing in here?"
What?
He said, "Well, I couldn't go to sleep because your mom and daddy's visiting, and I gave them our room."
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, that's bad, ain't it?
Killed her own parents.
That's
Oh,
bad right
man.
there. I don't care what you
Beat her own
say.
parents.
Beat
Look,
her
I'm gonna leave
up,
on that one. That's not good at all. Do a quick Slurpee break.
Beat up her own parents. My goodness.
All right,
Look
man.
at
I'll see y'all later. That was
All right, Mr.
that was something else.
We threw him, and so if you want to send in a dad joke, there's the address we're gonna put up there, and if I read it on the air here, I'll give you a recommendation. I'll thank you. How about that? I don't know. I can't thank anyway. Look here, I'm gonna be gone too. So y'all be sweet, and I'll see you.